Hi, everyone. Welcome to Psychic Connection, collaboration over competition. And tonight we have two very special people with us. We have Margaret. Margaret, raise your hand. So they know who Margaret is, yes, and Maria with us. They are not professional psychics, but they are beautiful women with intuitive abilities, and they have some very interesting stories for us tonight that I think you'll find truly amazing. So, Maria, I'd like to start with you. And yes, they are mother and daughter, in case you couldn't tell, right? But I'm sure you could tell looking at them, these two beautiful ladies. But Maria, I'd like you to maybe start and maybe tell us about your experience that was truly life-changing, and it very much affected your spirituality, right?
All right, so it was May 11th. It was the day after our senior prom. And me and three other my friends wanted to go to the zoo. So we went to the zoo, and then we came back home, and then we were in my driveway, and we were talking. Okay, we were talking about what to eat. My mom's like, "Well, I could get you guys pizza." We're like, "No, we don't want pizza." So we were going to drive in to Newton. It's a town by me. And on the way there, we were going pretty fast, and we hit a bump in the road. And then the car went off the road, and it flipped a couple times, and I was ejected from the car. And I don't even, leading up to that, I just remember in my driveway, discussing like that, and I don't even remember the point leading up to that. I just remember I was on my phone texting one of my friends, and I looked up, and then I realized what was going on, and I was like, what the fuck? And that's when it was lights out for me, and I had a couple dreams, and one of them was I was with two people that I had no idea who they were. I was in their house, and they're like, you were in an accident and you can't contact your parents. And I was scrambling around the house trying to find a phone to call my mom. And then that dream was done. And then I had another dream of someone telling me I was pregnant, which I was like, yeah, okay. And then the last dream I had was I was in a car with my grandmother who had passed away, and she was in the driver's seat. And then Aunt Pat in the passenger seat, who passed away. And then my Aunt Joni, my mom, and then me.
Wow.
And my grandmother turned around to me. She said, you were in a very bad car accident, but you're going to be okay. And I was just sitting there, and I was confused. I was so happy, and I was happy, and I was crying because I'm I don't want to you know what I mean? I want to stay here. I don't want to leave.
Oh, you didn't want to come back to,
Yeah, no, because I never met her. I never met my grandmother. So I was so happy to be there and just with her. And they were just no, you need to get out of the car now. And then the door opened and I got out. And then I woke up and I was in ICU, intubated.
Wow. So these were all dreams that happened to you actually while you were at the accident scene. Right?
Yeah.
Wow. Now, you knew your grandmother.
I never met her.
No, that's right. Yeah. Okay. She passed before you were even born, right? So you didn't know your grandmother, but you knew Aunt Pat. Right. And did you have something of Aunt Pat's on that day?
Yeah, I was wearing her jeans.
You were wearing her jeans, right? That day of the accident, right? Did Aunt Pat say anything in the dream?
She was just turning, and she's like, you got to get out. They were all just telling me to get out of the car.
They're all telling you to get out.
Yeah.
To get out. Wow. Wow. So really, in effect, you had a near-death experience.
Yeah.
Right? You were there, and they're telling you, no, you have to go back. You can't be here and stuff. So when you woke up in the ICU, did you remember the dream right away, or did it take you a little while to remember the dream?
It was like, I thought it was like real. That's why I was like, how did I get here? I was like, because at first I didn't understand where I was. Like, I was like laying flat on my back, and then I was like
Right.
looking around, and I had like restraints on because every time I would like wake up, I was pulling all my tubes and
Yeah.
everything out. So I was restrained. I was banging on the side of the bed and like crying. And
Oh.
then one of the nurses came, and then
Mm.
I went back out again.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's amazing. Um, can we ask what happened to, you had 4 people in the car,
Hmm.
right? Can you tell us about the other people?
Yeah. The driver, I think he crushed his arm. The passenger in the front seat, like I think he just had a concussion. And
Mm.
then my friend Lexi next to me passed away.
Mm. Yeah, she passed away. So, have you felt her around you?
For sure.
Do you feel her?
Yeah, like especially like in the beginning, like when I was in the hospital and I was just like miserable, and I was just
Mm.
like I need to go home, and I just want to like
Yeah.
home.
Hmm. And then you felt her around. Now, have you dreamt of her?
Yeah, so at first when like after I was like when I got unintubated and everything, that's when they decided to tell me like what happened, because I had no idea. Like
Oh,
I didn't understand like the like how bad the accident was. I literally just thought I broke my leg. I didn't I
okay.
didn't understand how bad it was until they took like the breathing tube out and
Hmm.
told me what happened.
Hmm.
And I wasn't sleeping
Hmm.
because like I was getting withdrawals from the painkillers that I was on.
Oh, yeah.
And this one night it was just me and my mom there, and she's like, you need to just close your eyes.
Hmm.
And I was like, okay. So I'm like trying to force myself to go to sleep.
Sleep, yeah.
And then I had this dream, and it was like we were at prom but we weren't. And it was like me, her, and like our prom dates and like the kids that we went with, and we
Hmm.
were dancing.
Oh, you were all dancing in the dream all together. Yeah. So you saw her.
Yeah. And then that was it. It was like not long. It was like an hour. Maybe I slept, and then I was up again.
And then you were up again. Yeah. Have you dreamt of her since you've been home?
Yeah. It
Hmm.
was like it's like I kind of dream of her like every time. It's like, so like the first day I was home from the hospital, the night I came home, I
Hmm.
had a dream with her in it. And it's like every now and then sometimes, but it's like the like every time it's like the anniversary of the day, like the
Yeah.
11th of every month, like I have a dream of her in it. And like
Wow.
sometimes I'll have a dream like in between that time,
Hmm.
but for the most part, like I've noticed it's consistent like those days.
Those days, yeah. Does she say anything in particular, or?
Um, in the one dream I had, we were out somewhere,
Hmm.
and she was like, we were like taking pictures, and I like thought it was real, and then I remembered, I was like, wait,
Yeah.
like what the hell's going on here? And I
Right.
just like gave her the biggest hug, and I was like, I can't believe you're here. Like I was just
Yeah.
ecstatic. I was like, I can't
Right.
believe it.
Yeah. Because it seems so real, right?
Yeah,
And could you feel her when she hugged you?
yeah.
Right.
She was like, I'm always here.
And she said, I'm always here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. I call them visit dreams. Just it's my term that I kind of made up because it's truly different, right? Than like a regular dream. You know how you have like a regular dream and things happen,
Mhm.
but these type of dreams, it feels so real and like in my opinion, I just feel it's as if you're truly with that person again. If you could expand your mind to believe it, but you're just in another realm with them. So I feel that
Mhm.
you truly are, and then that's how you can actually feel them and talk to them, and it seems, you know, So real. That's just one explanation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's right or not, but you know, it could be an explanation. But do you feel like comfort when, you know, you're with her again?
Yeah, for sure. But then like when I wake up, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, it just like sucks. But
Yeah, then it's a letdown because yeah, you're here and she's not here with you.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. With that. Wow. That's truly amazing. That's really really an amazing story. I'd like to get your perspective, Margaret. You know, how you kind of viewed what happened with your daughter in the accident and her recovery and
And I think that's like, I think that's really the first time I heard her tell,
tell
you
her
know,
the
the
story.
story.
Yeah.
I mean, you never think that it's going to happen to
Right.
your
No,
child.
no.
Never in you know, a million years do you expect that.
Mm.
A lot of what happened, I don't remember. You know, I remember her texting me she was coming home. And she's very good about communicating and getting back to me. And then it just had seemed like it was so long from when they said that they were leaving and they were coming home.
Right.
And I was like, you know, like, what the heck is going on? And I was trying to call her and I was not getting an answer. And I did like that Find My Phone. And I saw that her phone was in Whittingham, which is like a, it's like a,
Like wildlife reserve.
yeah,
Oh, right.
So I'm like, oh, you know, they're in the woods, you know, let me go like pull her out by her hair and see what's going on.
Yeah.
And then when I started driving, I'm like, I couldn't get to her because all the roads were blocked off.
Oh, wow.
Driving around and and calling her phone. And finally, the phone called back. And then I, you know, said hello, and then it hung up, and then it called back again. And then it was like a state trooper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's like, are you Maria Fury's mom? And I said, yeah. And I'm like, okay, great. You know, I'm going to have to go down to the barracks or whatever to pick them up, see what
happened.
And he was like, your daughter's in a serious car accident. She was heliported to Morristown Hospital. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like,
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, that's all I could tell you.
Wow.
That was it.
Oh my God. What went through your mind?
I don't even remember. I was actually on the phone with my cousin at the time. And we were trying to like, okay, what do I do next? Like, who do I call? What do I, my siblings at the time, I don't think were answering their phones. I think maybe DJ did. I don't really remember I did tell him, but I don't really remember communicating with him. I think I talked to my sister-in-law, Pat. I think I remember, I don't remember if I texted or called her dad. And then I just told Anna that I said, I have to drive. I said, you have to just stay with me on the phone till I get there. So I'm like, let me call the hospital. She's like, maybe call the hospital. So I'm like, all right. So I call the hospital and they're like, I said, you know, my daughter was admitted. Is she okay? And they're like, she's stable. Get here safe, Mom. And that was it.
Wow.
Have like no idea what is going on.
Yeah.
Now it's like this accident happens, I think a little bit before 5 o'clock. And about time I found out was like after 7.
Wow.
So right. So, and then getting to the hospital, I was the last one there. So there was like people that knew.
Oh, that knew what happened. You didn't know.
and I had no idea.
Right.
And then I think I remember going into the emergency room, you know, and like the first thing you think about is that like, oh my God, like she was alone during this whole time, you know, and then later to come to find out there was 3 people. There was a girl who was driving and she was not supposed to be, that's not where she was supposed to be going. And there was a couple that were on their motorcycle, and that's not the way that they usually go, ended up going that way and stopping, and she was with them the whole time.
So the girl on the motorcycle stayed with
the couple on the motorcycle, and then the other girl. There's the girl and her fiance were first in the car, and then the couple on the motorcycle, they were not supposed to be going that way, and they just happened to go a different way. And they were with her the whole time.
And you were with her, yeah. Do you feel like, you know, I don't know, they were just kind of sent maybe on purpose?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, yeah, like divine intervention, had them go there so at least Maria wasn't alone?
Yeah. I mean, the one girl that was there was holding her head, and I'm just to think that like, you know, there's this girl, she's a young girl. She's like covered in your daughter's blood. That's, you know, even just sitting there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really amazing that.
Wow. What amazing, good Samaritans that cared and, you know, stopped and stayed with her and helped her when she really needed it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was definitely mind-blowing, and just not knowing what to expect. And luckily, I think, you know, God put in our path, because then at that time, you have to give it up every day. You just give it up because you're trusting that these doctors, thank God, every single one that was there, you're just getting what you're getting. You're in the emergency room, you're getting who's on call.
On call, yeah.
Right. And the gentleman, the trauma doctor that was on call, it's like,
he was in the army, he was in the military, he was
in the military.
Wow. Like in like the field when like people would get like blown up, he'd put them back together.
Wow. So you had somebody who really had a lot of great experience working with you.
What the amazing thing was is like, now all this is happening and they're trying to save her life.
Yeah.
And she had to be stitched like on her head. She had laceration across her head. And he's figuring out, all while this is going on, how to make the incision so her hair, he doesn't have to shave her head, because she's like 16 years old and a girl, like, you know what I mean? It's truly amazing. Like,
so caring
about while he's trying to save someone, he's like, don't worry about it, you're not going to see the incision, there's no bald spot, you know. It was like truly, and you're just really, I mean, my daughter's life was in God's hands and their hands.
In their hands, yeah. So would you say that it was a miracle?
Absolutely.
That she survived?
Absolutely. I have not a doubt. I mean, her body took down 2 trees. Her body.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
it's,
you know, the fact that and from what I was told, when the EMTs came and they were actually like cutting her shirt, the fact that she could feel them, because she was mad, that was like her favorite shirt, that they were cutting her shirt.
And they were cutting my jeans, and I was like, hey, don't touch these jeans. These are my favorite jeans. Don't touch my jeans.
The fact that she could feel that, they were like, oh my God, I can't believe she
could feel it. Yeah.
So, I mean, it was definitely a miracle. And as I said, like, I said, you know, a lot of times we hear about that happening.
Right.
my mind, it was always like, oh yeah, miracles happen to people that are, you know, like rich or
Yeah.
all the time, or like are perfect people. I said, but absolutely not.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Right. Yeah. God gives us miracles. And
Right, exactly.
yeah.
And that's what I feel. I feel if you didn't believe,
Yeah.
like, this definitely had to.
Right. So what's your view now, on spirituality and I don't know, Maria, did it change your perspective on spirituality or God or any of that?
Because I'm not even gonna lie, like, my mom is like, she like like, not even saying she devotes her life to God, but that's like me, like she just like loves him and always showed him like all this love. And I was just
Right.
like, for the first like 3 years of high school, I was just so spiteful, and I was like I would literally just like be so pissed off, and like I'd be like, fuck you, like I just like had like, I just felt like I had nothing, like, you know what I mean, like between like shit with my parents and like just like for me mentally, I just like felt like I always had nothing. And I didn't really have like I didn't have like, I never had a good group of friends,
Okay.
like a solid group, until like my junior year. And like, you know what I mean, like I was with them all the time.
Right.
And I was just like, I just like always was spiteful, and I was just like, I try to be a good person and I just get nothing but shit. So then for like all this to happen to me, and like for me to even be able to walk was just like,
Yeah.
like opened my eyes, and I was like, I need to be grateful.
Yeah. So you have a different perspective now, right?
Yeah,
With your, do you believe more in God now?
for sure.
For sure.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Although your mother always did, right?
Yeah.
But now you experience it firsthand, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So, wow, definitely a life-changing, unbelievable event.
I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't just for her as
Oh,
well. Of course
right.
it was for her.
Right.
I mean, what her friends went through, I mean, to see them, oh, it was hard to take this situation, and it was horrible and it was horrific, but
Yeah.
there was good,
Good
you know,
came out of it too, though, right?
there was a lot
A lot
of good
of
that
good.
came, and it's very easy
Mhm.
to like, sway the other way. It's always easier,
Right.
the negative. I
The
said,
negative.
you know how it is to know that tomorrow might not be. So you could live your life that way. Like be thankful and grateful for every little, for
Every
drinking
little thing.
water and for hugging your friends and for
Right.
like walking. And I said, people, their whole life, they're miserable because they don't even appreciate that little bit. So
So maybe one of the lessons was to truly appreciate everything, because tomorrow is not guaranteed, right?
and that's, and I guess that's like the double-edged sword, we always say anything is possible on any given day for any of us, whether it be a miracle.
Miracle or the other. Right. Yeah. So you felt that the community, especially the high school community, really bonded together
Yeah.
because of it.
Yeah, like there was people like I have like a close group of friends like that we all hang out every day. And like when I got home and I was like just able to like talk about things with them, they were just like there's like, because they really had my back when I was away, like when I was in rehab in the hospital, like trying to get myself to like back to normal. Like people would say things like, they said I was bald, they said I wasn't gonna make it, like, you know what I mean, they're like, no, I heard she's gonna die, and they're like, you have no fucking clue what you're talking about, like, you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, a lot of rumors fly around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long did it take you to recuperate?
Like, oh,
I mean, they were talking, it was going to be
Like 6 months.
years.
Yeah.
Years.
She was unbelievable. Like they thought she was going to be in rehab for at least 3 months. She was out in 10 days.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So how long were you in the hospital before you came home?
So altogether, it was probably
It was a little
over a month.
Only a month.
Yeah. Now, when she came home, I worked. So when she came home,
Right.
she was fully functioning at home by herself.
So she was fully functioning.
Yeah. Like, she would have to, I would have to help her, to bathe and stuff like
Right.
that. She was able to cook for herself, walk, like
Yeah.
at the door, whatever
Right.
she had to do, because she had to be able to live safely in the home while I was at work.
While you were at work, right. So
That
did
was
did the doctors feel, wow, this is a miracle too, her recuperation? It was so quick.
The one of my favorite nurses at Morristown, I just like always distinctly remember her, because the first time, this was my rehab, was them trying to like get me to sit up for the first time and stand. And I was just like, hell no, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm too scared. No. And then she's like, no, you're getting up. She's like, you're not gonna fall or anything, but you're gonna get up. And she got me up, and she's like, listen, when you could walk, she's like, I want you to walk back in here. So then one day, who did I see? Was it my legs doctor?
Yeah, one of the doctors.
And so after, I was like, I want to stop by. Because I didn't even remember her name. I just remember slicked back ponytail, red hair, glasses. That's all I remember. I don't even remember her name. And then me and my mom walk in, and she's like asking for her. And all of a sudden, like, she comes walking. She's like, room 19. And I was like, hell yeah. She was like, I don't know, but she was just like one of my like favorite, and I will never like forget. It just made even like seem like nothing, like, oh, she told me like get my ass up, but like I was just like, I need it. It just like kind of put me in check. Like, I can't be lazy if I'm gonna do this. I have to like see it all the way through.
Yep. Yeah. She really kind of pushed you along.
Yeah.
But you did it. You did it on your own. You did. Yeah. So, and here you are to tell us your story. Truly amazing. So do you feel, well, obviously you have a strong faith, but do you feel you have some intuition yourself that you use, or?
I think I'm starting
Right.
to be more confident in that. I used to get angry because I used to feel like, oh, my mom's not with me, she doesn't sign, or she doesn't. And then probably about 3.5 years ago or so, I started working with my cousin with meditation, and I think that brings you closer, like, definitely helps. And I think with the passing of Aunt Pat, when you had given her eulogy, you had distinctly said like she'll communicate with you through song,
right?
Just to test it out, I'm like, all right, do I have to lose if I'm driving home from work? And I would, like ask questions, be like, okay, if this song comes on, it's a yes. If this is, it's a no. Do this, it's and then, not that it would happen instantaneously, but and then when my dad had passed away, I was like, we were shopping, me and my sister, and she had to get something for Gemma to wear. So we were in the Kohl's parking lot, and I looked up and I could see like a heart in the crowd. So from then forward, that's like if I'm walking outside or if I'm driving, I kind of look, I'm like, okay, I need to know that Spirit's watching me, or with me, if it could please give me the heart. And then I could, if I see hearts in the sometimes they're more than others, but
so you'll look for the signs. You feel they send you signs,
right.
Maria, do you feel Lexi sends you some signs?
the signs I connect her with is like butterflies.
Oh, butterflies. Okay. Yeah.
Every time I'm in the car, I'll always see at least one.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least like every time I go in the car, I'll always see at least one. Doesn't matter where, if it's like real, like, you know what I mean? Like I'll see like a butterfly sticker on a car or like something,
Yeah.
like every time in the car. There hasn't been a time since I came home where I haven't saw.
You haven't seen a butterfly.
Even
Wow.
we were just at the beach for a
Mm-hmm.
few days,
Right.
and the first day we got there, we sat on the beach, and there was like that butterfly like
just
landed right on her chair,
Mhm.
and then the next day we went to dinner.
It was flying around the
Yeah, it was
tent.
like stuck in the tent. There was like another butterfly flying around, stuck in. Yeah.
Because you don't normally see butterflies on the beach, right?
No.
No, not on the beach. Wow. So
And then-
a lot of signs from Lexi, right? She sent you butterflies.
And then like right after she passed away, there was like my cousin was in her driveway, and there was a flower shaped like a white heart, and that was her favorite color.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like in her driveway. She took a picture and she
In her
sent it.
driveway, yeah.
Even in, so by my mom's room, there's like a box of flowers, and there's like yellow,
Yeah.
orange ones, and there's just one white flower in it.
Oh, wow. Wow. She definitely put signs out there, so it's like,
Yeah.
I'm around.
Their time, when they were in gym class, there was like this 9/11 time that they used to, like what time is it? And like almost every day at 9/11, like she'll look at her phone, like, or in the morning, every day.
Every day. Wow. Yeah, they definitely, right? They definitely send us different signs, but that's amazing. She sends it to you all the time now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a real ability to connect. So you have good intuition. Yeah, you really want to expand that. I think you should really try, and work on it. Well, I'm going to put you a little bit to the test. Is that okay? I have 2 questions from people that sent in. So I'll ask you a question and just see what kind of pops into your mind, and use that good intuition that you truly do have. All right, so the first question is from Bob. And Bob wants to know, is this a good time for me to get into real estate? So Margaret, anything pop into your mind first?
I mean, I would say yes, because the fact that everybody from the city is moving.
Oh, yeah, I guess, right. Yeah.
I don't know if that's intuitive or not, but you cannot keep a house on the market if
it's true, right? You're going like unbelievable, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you would say to Bob, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So Maria, do you agree? Or what's your first feeling, when you heard that?
I mean, real estate got to be persuasive.
Yeah. Okay. So
but now you have to be good at it, because if you have a house that's on the market, it's going to be sold quickly.
Okay. So you're going to say thumbs up to Bob, right? Go for it. Thumbs up to Bob and go for it. All right. Okay. So the second question comes from Tina. And Tina wants to know, will I be successful in my career? Maria, you want to go first? What's your vibe?
I hope so. Yeah.
You think she will?
Yes.
Okay, so whatever she's going for, you think she'll be successful?
Yes. Do you think she'll be successful?
What do you think, Margaret?
Yeah, I do, but I mean, like,
I think if you put in what you get out.
And I think success is determined, what are you defining successful at? Like, it's sometimes we think being successful has to do with monetary things. And sometimes it's, sometimes yes, some people measure it that way. Some people don't. Some people get gratification and not maybe that's the reward.
Not necessarily money, but some people are very gratified or find their career very rewarding. It's very fulfilling, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, all right. Either way, you feel
She'll be successful.
She'll be successful
Yeah.
in whichever way, or maybe she might have both. Who knows? You know,
Right. Hopefully.
with both. Oh, good for Tina. So it's a thumbs up for Tina, right? Thumbs up to Tina. Wow, that's great. Now, see, that wasn't too difficult, right? You started getting some information and you had the answers.
Right.
Yeah. So I feel that it just, you know, comes naturally to both of you. Yeah. Yeah. That's my feel on it. Yeah. So, well, I want to thank you so very much for sharing your amazing story. I feel people can learn so many lessons, you know, from your stories, and thank you. Truly, truly appreciate it. And I'm sure it wasn't so easy to just, you know, talk about it, but I'm glad that you did, because a lot of people I feel can benefit, you know, from what you had to say to us tonight. So thank you very much. And I want to thank the viewers for watching tonight. And I do want to remind everybody, if they have some questions, please go to my website and go to the contact page and submit questions. So hopefully you can get chosen, and other people that we'll interview can answer your questions for you. So thank you again, and
Thank you.
you're welcome. So take care, and God bless.